All right, how y'all doing? Welcome to my channel. This is You Too Can Be Great. This is the Porsha Family Matters Season 1, Episode 4, Dennis, the motherfucking Menace review. And yes, he is a damn menace, him and his crazy ass mama. But let's get into it. I feel bad. I don't feel bad for Porsha. I should say that. I just don't feel bad for her because I generally don't. I feel like Porsha gets into situations. She's very, very impulsive. And every time I see Simon and Dennis on the screen, I'm thinking that this is a scene from Us. That we should have been, because they're like different, like they look like they're almost like a type that Porsha wants. It's like she tried to replace Dennis by picking Simon. So for me, I don't feel sorry for her, and I don't think that this relationship with Simon is gonna work. I think she's just excited about the idea of being married, okay? Because every time she opens her mouth, I know that it's all supposed to be entertainment and shit, child, but every time she speaks, all I hear is, I miss Dennis. I wish he gave me the ring. Why didn't he give me the ring? If he gave me the ring, we won't be here. We'll still be together and I could still have a family instead of having Pilar have to get used to two men. That's what I see every time that she speaks about Dennis and the entire situation. But let's get into it. So we're in Mexico, not Mexico, baby. We're still in Mexico because what happened is we are at the dinner table with Lena, the voodoo Florida water priestess, and we're sitting up here and they're still discussing, trying to kind of do this affirmations type situation and trying to recover from Porsha getting pissed off about the whole Dennis's robe situation that she's making a huge deal about, because as we find out later on the show, Porsha wanted to keep that robe. She said it's because he don't deserve it, but then she also followed it up by saying that she's been wearing it. And I keep telling y'all, Porsha jacks off to that damn robe. And she didn't want to give it back to Dennis because that is a memory she was going to keep. And maybe she was going to have Simon wear it some night so they can role play and he can pretend like he's Dennis for one night. Either way, she was pissed off about it. And so Lauren is starting to get upset, like, this is such bullshit. This robe shouldn't be a big deal. Y'all ain't together, so you shouldn't be making this whole situation. It's not yours anyway. Shit, it's his damn Versace ass robe. Give it back. Now, Aunt Darlene gets up and she wants to speak. And Aunt Darlene is, we find out, is the mom to Storm, Porsha's cousin. And she wants to get up and speak and talk about how things are and what's going on with her life and basically her little epiphany that she had. And I'm thinking this woman is going to say something with some substance. No, this heifer got up and talked about how her feet. And she had the nerve to tell us that she hated her feet. She didn't have so many issues about that damn feet. People have been telling her feet look like a hot ass mess. Maybe her toes, one of them went backwards, the other one went forward. Maybe they'll go, one of them's going east, the other one's west, the other one's north and south. I don't know what her feet look like for her to be so fixated on it to this extent while she's sitting up here almost in tears talking about she is figuring herself out because of her damn feet. And I'm just like, is this like a thing that she's doing so she can be entertaining? Is this a storyline? Because this shit is crazy. And so I'm sitting here listening to this. Dennis is my spirit. He's like, the fuck? But after she's done doing this whole emotional thing about her damn feet, she now turns around and says that she also wants her relationship with her daughter, Storm, to be better. And Porsha lets us know that her and Storm Storm and her mother don't necessarily have the best relationship, and that they've had some struggles in the past, and that it's something that they're obviously still working on. But she didn't spend as much time talking about her wanting to build a better relationship with Storm as she did spend on her damn feet. I'm still salty about that shit. So everybody's looking at Storm saying, go hug your mama. And Storm is like, she got to come over here. Storm has a stank ass, ratchet ass attitude. Storm need to get ass beat. She need a country ass whooping, straight up. Somebody need to whoop her ass and teach her some manners because she runs her mouth in the wrong direction. She has that little naive immaturity that Porsha had initially when she first came into the season of Real Housewives. Like, you're talking to a child sometimes, it's just dissy as hell. And at that age, you think you know every damn thing. You think you're the shit because you're still young, you still got your body, you're still beautiful, but you're dense up in your skull. Your mama just sat up here and said that she would like to have a better relationship with you. And you telling her that a woman that's your mom who gave birth to your little stubborn ass got to walk over to you to give your ass a hug? So I'm sitting there like, Storm needs to just shut the hell up. But Aunt Liz now speaks up and says, I don't know why the hell I'm here, because I don't know half of you people. Porsha is sitting up here giving this image to us that she's having a whole blended family. They're going on a retreat to Mexico. This is a way for them to try and create a co-parenting type dynamic for Pilar. Pilar, who we have not seen on screen at all. This is all supposed to be for her. Now, Porsha has since gone on and made a post on InstaBiscuit saying that she didn't have Pilar as upfront on the camera because she's protecting her daughter, and there was a lot of drama, and she wasn't about to have that because she's the good ass mom. Rightfully so, that's a good idea, but you keep bringing up Pilar's name and wanting everybody to bond about, you know, whatever, but it seems like everybody here is sitting up here supposed to have these peace dinners all fighting. But Aunt Liz says, I don't know who half these people are. I don't know who Don is. Aunt Liz basically told the truth. Porsha went to Walmart and found some complete strangers and said, I gave $50 you sit on this show and say that you my family, and we're gonna do this show to get me some coins, because Bravo offered me a show with just me, just like, you know, the tardy for the party. I'm gonna do this. And you know, Nene wanted her show so damn bad too. At some point she's wondering why they didn't offer her ass a show, but Porsha got one, and she's gonna do everything she can, even if it means picking up some stragglers up the street to come up in here and play that they're their family. But Aunt Liz said, I don't know who these people are. Hell, I don't even know why I'm here at this point, because I'm sitting here with a bunch of strangers. I don't know them. And so they had to explain to Aunt Liz why each of the people there are important. I think the assistant was there at some point. Hell, I don't know. But then Mama Gina decides to leave. She says because she's allergic to shellfish. But I think at this point, she's probably just tired. She's like, I don't have time for this. I'm just going to say I'm allergic to shellfish and get up and just move myself out to a different location, which she did. Then Storm decides to speak. And of course, she starts doing the whole thing about herself, how she wants to meet people that are genuine and how she wants to be happy. Just the same crap that she did before. She keeps repeating it. And I don't know if it's for her to have a moment. But I'm just like, girl, be quiet. Just sit up there and look pretty. Then Dennis speaks and he says that the family is broken, but he basically puts the blame of the brokenness about the family on Porsha's shoulders, saying that she's basically the matriarch. I'm like, Porsha's not old enough to be a matriarch, so you can't really put her at the head of the family when she got a bunch of people at that table that are older than her and more experienced in life. But Dennis blames her for this dynamic and saying that she's the one that's supposed to fix things. And as she's doing it, Storm decides to speak up. And it's not Storm's fault. It's not Storm already had her moment. And of course, Dennis is already irritated with Storm, just like Londi, just like me. And so Dennis now gets beside himself and tells her to shut the fuck up. Now, did Storm need to shut the fuck up? Yes, because I wanted her to shut the fuck up. But is it appropriate for a grown-ass man to talk to a woman like that? No. He should just been mature enough to get up and walk away and let Londi tell her ass to shut the fuck up. But at this point, he's had enough. He doesn't want to talk to Storm. Storm already has an attitude problem. We all see it. She has a manners problem. We'll all see it. And she needs to mind her business, because this is supposed to be about Dennis, Porsha, and Simon. And somehow she keeps inserting herself in shit. So Dennis gets up. Mama Gina already popped herself up from her shellfish moment, got up there like she was going to try to fight for her son. Mama Gina, what you going to do what you going to do, beat Storm's ass? I mean, seriously, just mind your business, Mama Gina. She always want to be in the mix. But here is Dennis going, Mama, let's just go. Let's just go. Gina acts like she's younger than she is, and she's always in Dennis's mess. And that is the problem with a lot of single mothers who raise boys. Let the boy grow up. Pop his mouth off your titty and let him grow the fuck up. You don't need to fight for him every 2 fucking seconds. He got money, he got a career, and he's making babies. Okay, so just let him fight his own damn battles. Then we have me observing the fact that it seems like it almost seems to me like Storm looks at Porsha as her role model, because Porsha and her exhibit similarities in attitude and behavior. Portia's a little bit more mature now, so I can be like, okay, she's had time. But Storm is reminding me through her mannerisms and her behavior and her nonchalant naivety about life and how it operates. And some little, I'm lashing out, but what I'm saying, I'm talking, but I'm not really saying much that makes sense. I'm not listening. I'm just listening to respond. I'm not listening to absorb. And that was what Porsha was doing. Porsha still has her ditzy moments. Okay, she still does. Then we have the end of the day of that situation come on. And then you got Lauren, Londi talking inside the little suite that Lauren had gotten for her, Londi and Dennis. Dennis is packing up his shit because he already planned on what he's going to do to get some ass while he's in Mexico. And Lauren is talking about how Dennis shouldn't have spoken to Storm that way, because what if somebody talked to Pilar that way? That was a great point that she made, and she's absolutely right. But Londi said Storm started it and she needed to shut the fuck up, but I should have been the one to tell her to shut the fuck up. And that's what I said. You should have been the one to tell her to shut the hell up, because she was annoying me too. Dennis comes out and lets him know that he's moving to another room and tells Lauren that she should have had more control over her own event. And Lauren says, I can control my brother-in-law. I said, Lauren, All these hints y'all are dropping. You said you can control your brother-in-law. Do you understand that your sister is now engaged to Simon? So which one? Because I'm looking at Dennis too, and sometimes I can confuse them. He looks like Simon and Simon looks like Dennis. Like I said, this is an episode. Every time it's like an Us. Y'all remember the movie Us, where they got two people that look exactly the same way, doing the same damn thing, just in different locations? Hell, I can see how Lauren gets confused sometimes. Shit, dog. I mean, Porsha picked the same person to marry, just somebody from a different country. But Lauren keeps slipping up and dropping these hints, and it's almost like even though Lauren knows that Dennis and Porsha ended badly because Dennis had cheated and maybe things were rocky, it seems to me every time Lauren speaks, she would prefer that Dennis and Porsha be together than Simon, because she is calling this one brother-in-law, but this one gave your sister the damn ring. It's like, you confusing us to the viewers? Then we have Simon and Porsha go to their room to discuss what happened about wanting a blended family and the meeting they had downstairs with the dinner and how it was set up. And they're communicating about it. And of course, Simon says, I have a request. And the first thing Porsha says, her mind goes to the gutter. I'm tired. My thighs hurt. I couldn't stop laughing when she said that. I was like, if I was Simon and I had a sense of humor, I'd be like, well, shit, what's wrong with your mouth? Your jaw seemed to work just fine. But that's just me and Miley. If you want to go together, let's go all the way to the gutter, okay? But she's giggling and Simon's looking at her like, what I wanted to tell you is that you need to get rid of all of Denisha's clothes. He needs to pack all his shit up and move it. And Porsha says, oh, it's already packed. You know, I did it already. And Simon is like, I move all the shit of my exes out of my fucking house. The only reason that it comes off as Porsha is holding on to this is because there's some feelings there. And she wants to find a way to hurt Dennis because Dennis didn't do what she wanted, as in give her the ring. And Porsha, as we see, has a controlling issue. She's very controlling, and she tried to control the situation to where Dennis chooses to remarry her, and it didn't pan out that way. So she reacted impulsively. Right when Fallon and Simon are having an issue, she jumped right up on Simon's DM, hoeing her ass over there, but getting her money coins right for her next setup. And now she's trying to get him to pop a baby in her so she can secure her little child support too. Now, Simon is basically setting his foot down after he saw that display with the robe downstairs. He obviously knows what it makes him look like if Portia's over here getting mad about Dennis's fucking robe going back to Dennis. So he tells her to get rid of it. The producers are asking Porsha, why are you keeping his stuff? And she said, well, he doesn't deserve it. And sometimes I wear it. Bitch, if my ex cheated on me while I was pregnant and he didn't want to remarry me after I gave him a chance to be with me again, there is no way in hell I will be wearing his clothes. It will be burnt, waiting to exhale style. Okay, on top with his car and everything, with me smoking a cigarette like Angela Bassett and every damn thing. Ain't no way in hell I'm keeping that shit. For what? Now, it basically shows the emotional ties that Porsha still has for Dennis. All these little hints that she keeps dropping and she don't even realize she's doing it. Then Simon also tells Porsha that she's going to need to draw a line in the sand with Mama G and let her know to back off and mind her business when it comes to how Dennis and Porsha chooses to co-parent Pilar. She needs to basically get herself a hobby, crochet, do something, macrame, do whatever it is you need to do, but get your ass off this. You already raised Dennis and we didn't see how he turned out. So why don't we go ahead and focus on let the parents who made Pilar, who fucking have her, make the decisions, you two involved. And Porsha said, yeah, she's right about that situation. Then Simon suggests that him and his twin, Dennis, meet up for breakfast the next day to also discuss a couple things. And Porsha said, I would love for Simon to talk to Dennis because we have to create a co-parenting situation, so it'll be nice for them to communicate. So they did do this little setup scene where Simon and Dennis are mirroring each other, sitting across from each other, looking at each other, having a conversation. And Simon does bring up Mama G and say, Mama G's behavior when it comes to Dennis and Porsha is steps out of line sometimes. And Dennis did agree. He did say that this is something his mom should not be doing. He did agree. Then they talk about Dennis saying, can you give me my robe back? And Simon says, if I see it, I'm going to get it back to you as soon as possible. Hell, I'm going to give it right back. Porsha may not want me to, but I'm going to give it to you. And he lets Dennis know that he already has his movers on speed dial. When he's been married so many times. He loves getting married. The sustaining the marriage is different, but he loves the actual getting married part. And he said that when the marriages don't work, I got a movers already on call to move all these little ex-wife shit out my damn house and pack up every single outfit and make sure it gets to them exactly where they are. So Dennis' little shady ass is on the commentary talking about, Porsha, you better take notes because it's about to be you next. Be prepared, Porsha. And I'm just like, Dennis is so shady. I wonder what Porsha is thinking about when she's watching these episodes. It's supposed to be for entertainment. Dennis has thrown so much shade towards Porsha and Simon, basically letting us know that this shit ain't gonna work. Just basically what we think and what we believe. But he is throwing it, and he's giving us all the tea we need. And he also lets Simon know that he's planning on having somebody come, and that Simon should probably relay that to Porsha. And Simon's like, that shouldn't be a problem. But obviously we know that that's going to be a problem because Portia's got feelings for that man. But we have, after that situation happened, then Lauren decided to have kind of like a blended yoga with family, and Porsha disrespects Lauren, who planned this event, by not showing up. Now, Lauren also has beef with Porsha because it seems like scene after scene after scene, Lauren is letting us know that Porsha's treatment of her is not equal. Porsha is the one that's on TV. Porsha is the one that was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Porsha is the one that's made money. Porsha is the one that's been put out there in social media. And at some point, Porsha had her sister Lauren working for her. But there's a lack of respect on Porsha's end. Maybe her head just got too big. That she feels like because she's supporting all these people and she's the star of the show, she doesn't have to treat her own sister in the same caliber that she expects Lauren to treat her when she's falling through hard times. And Lauren planned this trip. You the one that wanted to blend the family, and your ass didn't even show the fuck up. Dennis's ass is sitting up here, even though he's still waiting for his little out-of-town strange to show up. And you can't even do these little last things that I'm asking you to do. You just want to do whatever it is in your own time. It's hurtful. But they do this. She misses the whole blended yoga thing. They find out that Londi finds out that Dennis is bringing a date. I'm going to skip some unnecessary bonding scenes and go straight to the juice, because at some point they decided to go off to this place where they're over here looking. I was like, I don't want to sit here and talking about how they were out here finding somebody, walking in places where you have history, but the history includes old body parts and skeletons and skulls and shit. No, ma'am. I love history, and I want to know history of Mexico and all the deaths and stuff like that, but I don't want to be seeing those damn skulls. I mean, these are human skulls. If it was dinosaurs, maybe shit, but I don't want to do all that. But they all go on this excursion with Lena, the little voodoo doctor with her, that went over there, did all those things, and then they're talking and they're trying to recreate it's supposed to be an self-realization moment that they were going to have last time at dinner before all shit went loose because of the robe. So they try to recreate that. And so everybody's expressing themselves. You got Storm's mama trying to get a moment on TV, acting like Tiffany's New York's mama on the show. Praise him! Praise Jesus! Ah! I mean, she was so dramatic. You would act like somebody, like a pastor, went and put the holy hands on her forehead and prayed, and she passed out. She was all over somebody. She fell backwards and everything. I said, girl, you done earned your stars for this one. Okay, you're good for reality TV, child. Then we had Lauren express that when she was working for Porsha, she felt unappreciated, and that Porsha was kind of the same thing I explained, looking down at her instead of looking at her as an equal and discussing stuff with her. Porsha in her, when after Lauren expresses herself and bears her heart, this bitch don't give a damn. She goes in the confessional saying, well, somebody got to get blamed for something. So if she gonna make me look bad and that makes her feel better, then so be it. Porsha completely misses the point of the situation. Just like I said, Storm behaves the exact same way. They're not listening to listen. They're listening and only waiting to respond. Your sister just told you that she felt unappreciated by you. It's her feeling. It's legitimate. Your job is to say, you know what? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I didn't even realize I was making you feel that way. But if I did, I'm so sorry, and I'll try to be more mindful in the future. That's all you had to do, to just give that girl some peace. That's all your ass needed to do. But instead, you got to make it about your ass. Then Porsha speaks and talks about how Mama G had lied about the whole her cheating on Dennis thing, and went so far as to throw her mama under the bus, and she was still having a problem because she still got to get over it, and she wants to da-da-da-da. And I was just like, girl, I don't care about your feelings if you don't care about Lauren's feelings, so fuck your feelings. Then we have that scene go, selfish ass. It's time for dinner again, and Dennis is missing, okay? And of course, Mama G shows up with a big ass Ronald McDonald smile on her face because she couldn't wait to give the tea to people because her ass is messy as shit. She couldn't wait to sit up here like, she's like Mama D messy, okay? She can wait to sit here and let people know that Dennis went somewhere else with another female who she lied and said, oh, the person just came into town. They didn't just come into town. We saw Dennis on the phone. Basically, he did everything to get her to come in town besides bribe her with money. Okay, he wanted to deliberately have her here to piss Porsha off. That was the intent. And you're reveling in that whole situation, Mama G, because that makes you smile. So Dennis brought her in. It was her birthday. So he's taking, I mean, she knew all the tea, except for what color their linens are going to be, what exact time the dentist is going to pump his penis inside of her, you know, what Dennis's tongue and hands and where she knew every single thing of what they were going to do. She's like, she came into town. It was a birthday. Dennis took her out. They're going to spend time together. Besides the intimate part of it, she probably knows what kind of conversations Dennis is going to have with her too. I mean, she just came in there with a smirk on her face. So Lauren decides to pull Porsha up to the side and let Porsha know what Dennis is doing and who Dennis brought. Porsha is now deflecting her anger instead of expressing that it irritates her that Dennis will bring somebody here. Bitch, the producers asked her prior, if Dennis brought a woman, would you be willing to receive her and stuff like that? She's just his new assignment. And Porsha said, no, I'm not that grown. I'm not in that space yet, because she's obviously going to be jealous. So Dennis brought this girl. Mama G relayed the news, and Lauren is letting Porsha know, and Porsha deflects and says that Mama G's the problem. Mama G didn't apologize to her. She lets Lauren know something that happened a few days prior. She's trying to get angry at something else and ignore what's really pissing her off. And Lauren picks up this. We all pick it up. We all know she misses Dennis. We all know she don't want to see nobody slobbering over her man. Like she said last episode, I don't want somebody there, you know, touching my man. I mean, my ex-man. So we know this about Porsha. So Porsha says, you know, we're not going to worry about it. She tried to put on a face. Then she goes and sits next to Simon, her current fiance, and texts Mama G, Dennis's mother, saying, I heard Dennis had a girl here. Why would that bother you at all? Why would it matter if your sole purpose in life is to rebuild your life married to Simon and he's your new future? Simon, I don't know if you have eyes or if you just thirsty or if maybe Portia's ass is that good in bed. But do you see what we are seeing? Okay? Do you see that you are just a placeholder? Okay? Because we know that shit ain't gonna work. Then, and just like Porsha confiscated Dennis's robe, she gonna confiscate that expensive ass ring too. Then we have Lauren saying that the voodoo priest Lena is leaving, and a life coach is gonna be coming in, because Aunt Liz did express that. What if this life coach is just pulling out all the issues that Lauren needs to work on, but not giving her tools to heal? So Lauren lets him know a life coach is coming, which a life coach is supposed to help you be able to lead your life. She's coming in, hopefully with no Florida water, and she's gonna be there in place of Lena, and she wants, you know, to provide for girls, provide information and help everybody with their current situation in life. Then Storm has a moment to speak, and of course she makes it about her again, talking about her abusive relationship in the past and da 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 da. So Lauren decides to ask her and says, you know what? I want to know where the aggression came from the night before and dinner. You got up trying to fight me. Where did it come from? And of course Storm misses the point. She doesn't hear what Londi's asking her. Londi, I don't think, negated the abuse that she said she was going through. Londi just genuinely wanted to know why she's so angry. Perhaps Storm might say something like, well, because of this situation, that's probably what makes me triggered. I'm instantly prepared to fight because of what I went through in this abusive relationship. Instead, Storm decides to automatically attack Londi because Londi in her mind is already an enemy. Now, Porsha decides to jump in and initially wants to play big sister to Storm. Porsha is much more attentive and shows more sisterly love to Storm than she does her own damn sister Lauren. That is the part that baffles me the most. And so Londi and her are arguing, and Londi said, I genuinely wanted to get to know you. And Storm says, I don't want to get to know you. I'm not in that space, as immature as she is. Right? So they're talking, and there's argument going on. And then I was like, you know what, Porsha, I also felt like Porsha was attacking Londi because she was also deflecting her anger. No matter what anybody said, she was going to get mad. And she was careful not to do it to Simon because that's her bank. But she's going to get mad. Then we have this basically is how the episode ends. They show the next episode, and Dennis and Don get into it because Don decided to, I guess, snitch when Dennis was cheating. And then Porsha shows her ass. Every time that Porsha has gotten upset on this season that we're watching, this messy ass season, it has had something to do with Dennis's personal choices when it comes to whether he's dating somebody or whether his clothes are here. For somebody who states that she has moved on, Porsha is showing all sorts of I don't move on. Hopefully, I really feel in my spirit that if Dennis goes out here and buys a ring, bigger than the one Simon bought her, more expensive than the one Simon bought her, and comes to her and says, let's be a family, let's work on this, Porsha would genuinely give that man a chance. And if Dennis is able to say Mama G's not going to have nothing to do with this, she's going to definitely give it a chance. Because right now, Simon, I don't see the love. I know that she would have jumped. I don't remember Porsha ever looking at Dennis talking about my thighs hurt when Dennis wanted some ass. Okay, with Simon, she's like, my thighs hurt, girl. I'm not going to let that one go. That shit was funny as hell. But that was this episode for season 4, I believe. Dennis the Menace. We'll see what happens next episode. Portia's going to get into a fight probably with the other girl that Dennis came with. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. I'm just going based on what the show is saying. I'm not following the blogs, whatever. But you guys check it out and go ahead and check out my Love and Hip Hop. I did the season 2 episode 1 review that I missed. Go ahead and check it out because it's also entertaining as hell. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on Salt Lake City. And you guys go ahead and check that one out too as well because I'm doing a 3 bop review. So you can go ahead and binge watch. Bye.